Now we're going to turn our attention once again to the COVID-19 vaccination effort, second phase, as declared open by the federal government and which is being undertaken now. And joining us to discuss this is Professor Isa Sadiq Abubakar of the Department of Community Medicine College of Health Sciences, Bayero University in Kano, joining us from our Kano studios. You're welcome to News Across Nigeria.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much for being with us. It's interesting to note that the first phase of our vaccination exercise is reported to be one of the best in the world. Do you agree? And then secondly, what are your expectations for the second phase of the vaccination exercise?
Yeah, thank you very much once again. Nigeria is a country with a large population, and in some cases, one can say that we have a large number of people who are enlightened, who want to live long, and are expecting more COVID vaccines to arrive at the country so that they will be vaccinated. And with a large number of health workers that have been trained to deliver this vaccination across the country, and with the level of preparation that I have seen with the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency across all the 36 states, including the Federal Capital Territory, I expect a very successful exercise that more Nigerians will benefit from it, and even as more doses continue to come up with a lot of health promotion and health education, more people will come subsequently and receive the vaccination.
There's a school of thought, Professor, there's a school of thought that believes that at the rural level, even from the urban level, that community pharmacists should be used or engaged at the local government level to carry along this vaccination exercise, and that they're being grossly neglected. And that's against what, for instance, is happening in the United States, where they made a lot of, and they're still making good use of their community-level health centers and pharmacies to be a part of the vaccination exercise.
Well, I am of the opinion that the government structure has not been exhausted to such an extent that this will be given to private practitioners, that is, the community pharmacist. I think it is wiser for us to use government structures, that is the primary healthcare centers, which are widely spread across the country. We have at least a health post, which is the lowest level of primary healthcare facility in almost all communities across the country. This should be the practice. And with a teeming population of community health officers, community health extension workers, and other government-employed health workers, this exercise stands to succeed better if we use the government structures. In fact, if those that are employed are not even enough, we still have a large team of unemployed primary health care workers who have been well trained in government health institutions, some of them from some private schools of health technology, that can still be temporarily employed or given this assignment to perform. We've been doing this with the polio vaccine exercise, and we have succeeded, and that's why Nigeria has been able to eradicate polio. Rather than giving it to the private practitioners, as I said, we should stick to these government workers. The problem with giving the private practitioners is that some of them may use it to create some havoc. Some may make some money out of it unnecessarily, and then some may even use it in cases where the vaccines are not available. They may bring some other things and use on people in the name of the COVID-19 vaccine. These are things that need close monitoring, because they know that a lot of money can be made out of this exercise. I think we still have to go with the government workers. That is my personal opinion.
And finally, there's the eligible persons criteria, where people of a certain age are more than likely to get the vaccines. What's your view on what should be the criterion for justification for getting the vaccine at this time?
Actually, these vaccines, the way things are going, should be given to anybody, especially those that have a little grown up to adolescent period. But then, since the doses of the vaccine may not go round in Nigeria, the ones that are available, we should continue to prioritize health workers who are still frontline in the fight against COVID-19, the elderly, people who, although not elderly, have comorbidities like diabetes, like hypertension, chronic heart diseases, and the likes. So these people should be prioritized, and then people in rural areas, especially those in, for example, hard-to-reach areas that include riverine areas, people in the savannah, people in places that are challenged by security issues. So we should pay more attention to giving these people, and then if more doses continue to come, then we can continue to expand on the population that can benefit from this vaccination. Because this is an exercise that the more you cover people, the more likely it is that the number of cases that will be discovered every day will continue to reduce, especially those that are of the severe form and those that will require hospitalization and probably death.
Thank you so much for your expertise on the issue, Professor.
Thank you very much.
Professor Isa Sadiq Abubakar of the Bayero University in KANE on the second phase of the COVID-19 vaccination.